We're also joined by as Kenneth Asmith, our school representative from SciTech, and let's give him a hand. Not only sharp in dress, but sharp in mind, too. So, with that, Springfield Central High School is in the house, and Mr. Central himself, Principal Tad Tokars, is here, and Israel Robinson is going to represent the Golden Eagles. Principal Tokars.
It's my pleasure to introduce Israel to you. We chose Israel and we asked him to speak today because we really wanted you to have the opportunity to meet him. He's a tremendous young man. He's top 10 in his class out of 456 students. Presently has a 4.2 GPA. As he reminded me last semester, he had a 4.7 GPA. He's a Questbridge finalist. And more importantly, he does everything he can for society. And today, we're going to do something a little different. He's just going to explain a project that he has led along with a couple other students at Central that is slowly making its way out into the district. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Mr. Izzy Robinson.
Izzy. How you doing, Izzy?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good.
Thank you. All right, so today I came to talk to you guys about a project that first started in my classroom when my teacher and my fellow students were discussing the aftermath of the Paris attacks. So the aftermath of the attacks, we were so confused about what this radical group ISIS represents. And when we were discussing the topic in class, we had a few Muslim students in there, and when we asked one of them a question, we saw that she got very emotional and she started to tear up and started to cry. So this made our research later on in the year even more compelling because we wanted to help out a fellow student. So our research was on how to create more cultural awareness in Central, but we didn't want to even just limit it to Central. We wanted to expand it to the community and maybe even around the country. So what happened was we wrote our research papers. It culminated on April 1st, and my teacher selected a few students to carry on the research. And it was our challenge to figure out how to disseminate this message to the Central community. We ended up creating an 11-minute video about what ISIS is, what Islam is, and the differences between the two. And the main point of the video is the negative perception of Muslims in America and how they are compared to radical groups out there which don't represent Islam. So we wanted to point out to people that there's a difference between the two, and we also wanted to point out that we should keep track of the world events and what's going on around us. So our research took us all the way to this year, and in the summer we had the chance to present it to the teachers of our school, and they enjoyed seeing the video. And as of right now, we're presenting the video to different classes on different days, and we're looking to spread the message across Springfield and disseminate it to other schools as well.
That's very good. Hey, Izzy, come on back up, please.
Sorry.
Principal Toker, maybe we could do something with the video on Focus Springfield.
Yeah,
My focus.
we're looking to, it's a very impressive video that we shared with Azelle, and I hope she'll be able to disseminate it to the school community so we can view it. It's on, I believe it's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
And then we want to actually take...
Come on up to your TED so that, the viewing on.
We'd actually like to take this group of students, an extremely diverse group of students, all extremely high achievers, and bring them to other schools, whether it be elementary schools, middle schools. I think the video has a place at every level. I think it's easy enough for every level to understand, and these guys do a great job explaining the intricacies and the differences to their audience. So they can speak to adults, they can speak to high school students, middle school students, and elementary school students. So it's very impressive, and I can't wait for you to watch it.
Vice Chair Collins is a stickler for parliamentary process. We don't usually interact, but I'm just so impressed that you're doing this, especially in this time and age in our society and world. It's so impressive that you're taking a lead on it. Are the other students here today too?
No, they're not. Unfortunately, they're not. But we will definitely, you can see them in the video, I think. We'll definitely let them know that you appreciate their efforts.
Izzy, I can see an attorney down the road for you. Yeah, all right, so I think that's great. I think that's great. Thank you so much. So I thought that was very, very needed right now, too.
Yeah, sure is.
All right, Izzy kicked it off. Putnam Vocational Technical Academy is in the house. Truster Corey is here. Devon Pickney, and accompanied by Annie Dillard, Tina Godette. Those are 12th grade counselors. So is Putnam in the house? Come on down.
Good evening. Thank you for having us today. My
you.
name is Tia Godette. I am one of the senior counselors at Putnam Academy. It's my pleasure to introduce to you again Trusto Corey and Jay Sean Pickney. They're two members of the 100 Males to College program.
Is it Devon or Jay Sean?
Jay Sean.
Oh, I apologize, honey. I rather corrected to make sure. Okay. Good to see you guys again.
Good to see you too. So, it's working.
Yeah, that's for the viewing audience.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
So before I start, I want to thank everybody that came here, and I want to thank my 100 Males to College success coaches, Mrs. Dillard and Mr. Oliveras, and also Putnam for giving me this opportunity. Hi, my name is Trusto Corey, and I'm a proud senior at Putnam. I am proud because Putnam shaped me in a way that no other school could even come close to achieving. Because Putnam is a vocational school, it allowed me to explore all kinds of different career paths and fields while still being in high school. From culinary arts to robotic engineering, there's a path for everyone, and that's what truly sets the school apart from the others. But it doesn't stop there. Although it's a vocational school, Putnam makes sure that its students are well prepared to take on the next step in their academic careers, if they choose to do so. College fairs and programs such as Gear Up, Springfield Scholar Athletes, and 100 Males to College make it their mission to support students and guide them on their journeys to post-secondary education. And it shows when you consider the fact that this past week, seniors attended the Massachusetts College Acceptance Celebration at Putnam, and Putnam's class of 2017 raised scholarships totaling over $4.1 million. In just 2 days. So with the help of these programs and the passionate staff at Putnam, there should be no reason why every student doesn't succeed.
Great job, Mr. Corey. Thank you. Mr. Pickney?
First and foremost, I want to thank everyone that's here. It's a blessing to be here because I never thought I'd be here, ever. Hello, my name is Jay Sean Pinkney. I attend Putnam Vocational Academy. I graduate in 2017. I am blessed to be a part of the 100 Males to College and to be a leader of this brotherhood. The 100 Males to College opened my eyes and opportunities in many ways. Before this brotherhood, I did not want to go to college because I felt I wasn't good enough to be in college, and I felt like I didn't know much about college. But the 100 Males to College gave me the opportunity to go to Black College Tour, overnight college visits, and the college process workshops. I've gained a lot of close relationships. For example, Trust and I are going to plan to dorm in UMass together.
All right.
In the fall of 2017.
My nephew's up there now. Food's good, he says. Very good.
I am a mentor to a lot of the underclassmen in this brotherhood because they look up to me as a brother, and I guide them in the right path. I would not want to be in any school other than Putnam because Putnam is my home. Throughout my 4 years of high school, I've been involved with the school community a lot. I am on co-op at Chuck E. Cheese. I play sports such as wrestling and track. I am involved with Project Purple, SSA, and the photography club, and I'm known as the mascot.
All right. Very good. Nice job.
Thank you, guys.
Good job. Way to go. Okay, my alma mater's in the house, the High School of Commerce. Principal Bauer is here, and Richard Munford, who's a teacher. And Ruwa Abba Lamegda, please correct me.
Ruwa Abdul-Majid.
Okay, I was Close.
You're close.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here this evening.
Before I start, I'd like to thank everyone for coming in today.
Thank you.
My name is Rua Abdul-Majid, and I am a junior at the High School of Commerce. I'm also a full international baccalaureate candidate. Today, I want to talk about some things that the High School of Commerce is pursuing. First of all, I would like to talk about the IB program. The IB program enables students to not only challenge themselves in their academics, but to also become a well-rounded student. Many IB students are currently performing what is known as a CAS project, which stands for Community Action and Service. It is a month-long project about pursuing an idealistic impact on society. The credibility of this project is that it can extend to countries abroad and create positive impacts on foreign countries as well. 2 of our IB students are currently sending supplies to Haiti after the incident that had recently occurred. And we also have 2 other IB students who participated in the breast cancer walk in Forest Park. And they also sold breast cancer shirt, and they were able to raise more than $800. The High School of Commerce is also currently introducing new extracurricular activities such as Debate Club. The Debate Club is a club that I and another student have started in the High School of Commerce, and it is a means for these students to share their voices and concerns and intervene in their community. Also, on November 15th, 45 of our ROTC cadets visited West Point Academy in New York, where the tour commander described our cadets as the best in appearance and the most attentive group, as she has said. Students learned much about the military academy of West Point. We also have our photography club, which presented photo essays entitled as Our Lives, Our Springfield, Our World throughout November at the William Blizzard Gallery at Springfield College. The showing was also a great success. We also have a journalism club which continues to work after school with Professor McBride from UMass to write and publish their stories. It is a collaboration with the High School of Commerce students and the community journalism in UMass. Lastly, we have a new program that has been established this year, which is called the Scholar Athletes Program. The Scholar Athletes Program acts as a study hall and serves for the incentive of monitoring grades for athletes and helping them with their troublesome classes. There are prizes for students completing study hall hours and achieving better grades. I, as a student, believe that the community in the High School of Commerce is unique in its own way and provides various beneficial academic and extracurricular opportunities. Thank you.
Nice job.
Good job.
Nice job. Now, we all know that Vice Chair Collins at the Old Tech High School was probably the president of the debate club. Am I correct, Superintendent?
I would think so, at least.
Oh, my God, it was 2 of you. That's right.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, you got it.
Springfield Renaissance High School's in the house. Mercedes Stewart is here. Jasmine Wilson. They are accompanied by Sasha Garcia Melo and Jenny Manfredi, assistant principals. And if I pronounce the last name wrong, please let me know.
It's Sacha like Cha-Cha, but
Okay.
Sacha.
Sacha.
Sacha Garcia Mayu. Good evening, everyone. We are from the Springfield Renaissance School. We have 2 speakers with us tonight. We have a student from the class of 2017 and a student from class of 2018. We will start with the latter. 2018,
Thank you.
Jasmine Wilson. 2017, Mercedes Stewart.
Okay, come on down.
Hello, my name is Jasmine Wilson. Pardon me for my sniffles. I'm a little under the weather.
Hope you
I
feel
am
better.
a junior at the Springfield Renaissance School. Yesterday, I attended a Reese to Teach informational session at my school, learning about this program and partnership between the Springfield Renaissance School and Springfield Public Schools helped me to open my eyes more to have a guaranteed job teaching after I graduate college. And it helped me to understand that I have been more patient with little kids. And working at the Boys and Girls Club and tutoring through Renaissance at Bolin Elementary School has also helped me to open my eyes more. And I also think about the possibilities as working as a child psychologist. Reese to Teach is a great opportunity for Springfield Public Schools. Not only does it guarantee employment after college, it can also support you in achieving higher positions within the school district. I am all about taking advantages and opportunities. Reese to Teach, the Springfield Public Schools, and the Springfield Renaissance Schools give me so many opportunities.
Jasmine, great job. I hope you feel better. I was a psych major. I love child psychology. It was great. You'd like it.
Hi, my name is Mercedes Stewart, and I'm a current senior at the Springfield Renaissance High School. I transferred to Renaissance from Sumner Memorial High School in Maine my sophomore year. The transition was pretty big for me, not only because of the change in schools or the change in states, but because I was put into foster care that year. This made my life outside of school much more complicated, and I had to find a way to leave that behind me when entering my school day. This can be hard to do, which was proven to me when I saw my first D+ on my report card that year. That was an eye-opener for sure. I knew that in order to do well, I would need to find a way to remove all of the things going on in my life from my mind once I entered school. Renaissance in particular has helped me through a whole lot of challenges in and out of school. Renaissance is huge on sweating the small stuff, meaning that they pay attention to the details, even the ones that seem to mean absolutely nothing. This builds life skills in the end and will ultimately allow you to get better at problem solving and make it easier for you to work through bigger issues in your life. It is also a great way to teach you self-discipline. I am currently the leader of a math tutoring club for 9th grade through 12th grade students. I have been to each of the high school classes to speak to the students and describe what the club is about. I offer help in math and school-related issues like organization and note-taking. In reflecting on my leadership role at Renaissance, I think about this John Maxwell quote that says, "The pessimist complains about the wind, the optimist expects it to change, the leader adjusts the sails." Since coming to Renaissance, I have heard the word college probably about 1,000,000 times or more. This is because we are a college-bound school. My school's entire purpose is built on the foundation of furthering our education after we leave. It has been one of the most beneficial things about my school. I am currently in the process of applying to colleges, and Renaissance couldn't be a bigger help. The school as a whole is made up of teachers and staff that all strive for student success. They are wonderful leaders and role models. I hope to become one of them in the future. My goal is to become a high school math teacher. Thanks to my sophomore and junior year math teachers, actually. Being at Renaissance has helped me to not only set this goal, but they are helping me to reach it. I will not complain about the wind or expect it to change. I am a leader, and I will adjust the sails as often as I need to in order to reach my goals.
Great job, Mercedes. Well, I think now we're going to have a musical interlude because Springfield Conservatory of the Arts is here. And Blessed Coto, Nathan Morales, Eric Estevez, and they're accompanied by their principal, Ryan Kelly, who was a great soccer player in his day, and William Soto, who is the assistant principal. So come on down.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Blessed Coto, Eric Estevez, and Nathan Morales, and we are sophomores in Springfield Conservatory of the Arts High School. At our school, we practice a variety of the arts. I got the privilege to participate with a program called Double Edge Theater, which is a theater company.
That was great.
Yeah, it was really fun. Yeah, it was awesome. In which a bunch of students got to rehearse and perform a show at Forest Park. Some people got to walk on stilts. Yeah. I got to go in the air and bungee jumping, and all the...
You were in a tree.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, I remember.
And there's dancing and singing, and it was... It was a good experience to show us how a theater company works, and that was really good. It was educational, too. But it was really fun. Everyone had really fun. It was a good opportunity. But today we'd like to show you one of the many things we can put together at our school, and since it's December 1st, we decided to sing Winter Wonderland. Thank you.
All right. Okay. We won't do karaoke. We'll let you.
Feel free, feel free.
No, I don't want to sing it. Definitely don't want to hear it.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, it's always glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. On the way is the bluebird, here to stay is the new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, "Are you merry?" We'll say, "No, man," but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face he's a circus clown. Well, I like to fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kids knock him down. When it snows, ain't it thrilling? Through your nose gets a chillin'. We'll frolic and play the Eskimo way, walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland.
Ho! 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 All right! All right! Oh, boy. Wow.
What a way to get us in the mood.
I'm in the holiday spirit now.
Good.
That was great.
It was fantastic.
All right, Principal Kelly. Scored a couple of goals there.
Still an All-American.
Yeah, that's right. Hell of a ball player.
Good job.
Springfield High School is in the house, and Shelton Swanigan is here, accompanied by Assistant Principal Matthew Bean. Come on down. That was great.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Matt Bean, Springfield High School. Thanks for having us here.
Thank you for being
That
down.
was a tremendous. That was.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
How you guys doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. My name is Shelton Swanigan, and I'm a student at Springfield Day High. And I would just like to point out some of the opportunities that school was able to present to me. I was able to go to Springfield College and Westfield State, and before that, I had no clue about college. I knew it was somewhere I had to go, but I didn't know like all the steps and the procedures I had to take to enroll in college. So that was a great experience, and I would like to point out how the teachers are, and I haven't had have been pointed out as much, and I think that school is really a good school to go to because the classes are small, so I get more individual attention. If there's something that I'm having trouble with, the teacher could come over and help me out. So I think that's a great school, and since I've been in that school, my grades have gone up. I think this year I got a couple B's, C's, and it's the first time ever, passed. Wasn't really good in the past, but since I've been in that school, I think they've shown me a better future for myself, and I think that's a great experience to have learned.
Right.
Great job.
That's
You
right.
did very well. Hey, Matt, I think you did okay. Did all right. Okay. The High School of Science Technology is in the house. Kenneth, can you vouch for these guys? Okay, all right. Wait. Logan Galbold and Mitchell Laura are here, accompanied by Principal Sarah, Dr. Sarah Walsh. I know your kids are here, and Assistant Principal Timothy Malone. Come on. Oh, look at you. All right, look. We're going to get an act here tonight. I love it. I love it. I love it. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Well, hello, everybody. Good afternoon, Mayor Sarno, Superintendent Warwick, and everyone else in the meeting. This is Mitchell. We have our administrator, Mr. Malone, our principal, Dr. Walsh. I'd like to thank everyone for coming. My name is Logan Godbout, and I am the junior class representative at the High School of Science Technology. Here's our other representative, Mitchell Lauer. It is honestly an honor to be here. My experiences at HSST have been nothing but amazing. When I was a soon-to-be freshman, I looked my mother, gracefully in attendance. I looked her in the eyes and said, "Mom, I want to go to SciTech because I've looked at every other school, and this is the best one. This is the school I want to receive my education at." In my experience, the teachers have helped me through any obstacles I've come across, both academically and emotionally, and they continue to support me to this day. I am greatly honored to say that under the great leadership of Dr. Walsh, our principal, as well as our administrative team, that I can get to this point. We are improving the school in ways that I could only dream of. I have two older sisters who previously attended and have further graduated from HSST. Both are currently pursuing higher education, one of which was the valedictorian of the class of 2014. And they wanted HSST to be better than it was when they left it. Dr. Walsh has helped make this dream come true and has made it better as I stand within it. We have increased the number of passing scores on all MCAS exams over the past 2.5 years. We have reduced the dropout rate for the class of 2018, as well as the classes of 2016 and 2017. There has been an improvement in school-wide culture with events such as pep rallies and Cybercat days. Our student surveys have come back, and we are the best in the district.
You sound like the superintendent, Logan. Mom, he's doing all right, let me tell you.
Thank you.
It's been a great night, though.
There you go.
Dr. Walsh, as well as the administrative team, have ensured that our breakfast program, BIC, runs smoothly and that everyone receives a nutritious breakfast before receiving what I feel is the best education in Springfield. We have been working day and night to expand our AP program to the best that it can be, and we're working harder than ever to expand it further. We currently have 18 advanced placement courses, ranging from micro and macroeconomics to AP sciences, such as AP biology, as well as European history and AP Spanish heritage. I am currently enrolled in 2 of our AP courses, and I truly feel like I am being prepared for the next level, which in my case is going to college for 2 doctorates. Currently, we have about 452 students enrolled within our IP program. This compromises approximately 32% of the student body at HSST. As a junior, it's a shame to see people who've transferred to other schools leaving us at HSST, mostly for the fact that they're missing out on the best education Springfield has to offer. I have seen nothing but amazing things from Dr. Walsh and the administrative team, and I can only hope to see more.
Great job. Hey, time out. Was he just here to give you moral support or what? This is, I'll tell you, we're joined by school committee woman Rosa Perez. We appreciate it. This is such an empowering night. This is just, I hope everybody sees this. This is great. Your assistant did a good job. Is he your agent? Yeah. Okay, Liberty Prep Academy's in the house. Nadia Angel's here. And Chris Fidello.
He couldn't make it tonight, sir.
Okay, but what's the proper pronunciation of that last name?
Fidalgo.
Fidelio. And accompanied by the beloved assistant principal there, Dwight Hall. So Nadia, it's great to see you.
It's great to be here.
I'll let her speak for the school.
We're joined by attorney, school committee member Peter Murphy now also, too.
Right. Hi, my name is Nadia Angel, and I'm senior at Liberty Preparatory Academy. Liberty Prep is one of 5 recovery high schools in Massachusetts that give support to those who have been identified as needing recovery services from drug and alcohol use. Just to give you an idea of how important these services are on a daily basis, the number of students that are in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts that have been identified by the CDC that are in need of recovery services tops 25,000 school-age kids. To give you a sense of the enormity of the problem facing families in our community, that's almost 95% of all students in Springfield. With this in mind, Liberty Prep has helped me in many ways. It has given me a more individualized learning experience. It has helped me find my weaknesses and helped me turn them into strengths. Liberty Prep has been around for 10 years, and over 36 students have graduated from here, and over 100 have returned to their former schools to continue with their education or other post-secondary opportunities. Liberty Prep offers many services for its students such as NA, AA, and counseling through community agencies such as Gandara Center. For the 5th year in a row, Liberty Preparatory Academy has sponsored the Massachusetts Recovery Network celebration, where over 250 participants and agencies come together to celebrate and support each other in the work of recovery. And we would like to thank Superintendent Warwick and Mayor Sarno for speaking out on our behalf. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
In addition, Liberty Prep will also be appearing in the upcoming DA's documentary showcasing services given to young people and families in Western Mass and around recovery services. All in all, Liberty Prep has made me a better student and has helped me and many of my classmates find better ways to cope with difficulties in our lives. This in turn makes us more productive citizens for Springfield. The students of Liberty Prep would, in closing, like to ask every member of the school committee to reach out to your friends, families, and colleagues in surrounding communities and let them know the services of Liberty Prep and help increase enrollment in our school. I would encourage all of you to come visit our school and check out the amazing things that are being accomplished there. Thank you and good evening.
Great job. Nice job. That school's always has a special place, Superintendent and I, School Committee, in our head, heart, and gut in what you do. Very special. Okay, last but not least is Springfield Public Day High School. Anea Beatrice Morgan is here. Juan Bermudez is here. Mayor Alexis Satalin Jr. is here, accompanied by Christian Henshaw, science teacher and student advisor. Come on down. Good evening.
Good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, Superintendent Warwick. Oh, was it your turn to speak? Oh, I'm sorry. School committee members and all and other attendants. My name is Anaya Morgan, and I am a member of Springfield Public Day High School Student Council. It is my pleasure to be before you today representing my learning institution. We, as members of Springfield Public Day High School, are pleased to have a voice that is heard not only throughout our learning community, but those who have joined us today.
I'm Mayor, by the way.
Hey, listen, it's he had an agent too, so maybe you can help me out, Mayor, you know?
It is my understanding that today is a day for us to introduce our place of learning to the school committee. As you may or may not know, the Springfield Public Day High School is an alternative learning school. I believe we are the smallest of the high schools in the city of Springfield. While an alternative school possesses a unique set of challenges for teachers and administrators, it also presents us as students with some very unique advantages and opportunities we would not have if we were in larger settings. Just today, I went to a school-sponsored visit to Springfield Tech Community College in order to seek an avenue for continuing my education after graduating. Teachers build strong relationships with students in our building. They are very understanding of our difficulties and do everything within their power to help us learn no matter what the case may be. They are also willing to take the time to speak with us regarding problems we may be having both in school and outside of school. Having opportunities to build these relationships is a key factor for student success in our building. The school committee for continuing to provide places such as the Springfield Public Day High School and other alternative learning institutions for students such as myself to may have to learn and build the type of relationship I discussed. Most importantly, I want to thank you for allowing us to have a voice in this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nice job. Thank you. That concludes yes, Kenneth, you certainly may.
Sorry, I get a little bit of a nervous jolt every time I'm up here, so I'm a little shy. But to all of our representatives at the high schools, I want to just say thank you to all of you. Thank you for coming here, and thank you for really supporting your school with that. With that in mind, to really keep your schools going and thriving the way they are, I really encourage you guys to really become mentors to younger students and underclassmen in your school. Whether you're a senior or even if you're a sophomore or junior, just try to encourage more students to really show like some moral support in your school and continue on and do all these great programs that you're doing as you are right now, and try to get them to keep going throughout the future and on and so forth.
That's good.
A great high school speak out. Absolutely fantastic tonight. That concludes the high school representative speak out. We'll have a 1-minute recess. You're more than welcome to stay for our formal meeting. And if not, again, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. We'll take a 1-minute recess. Great job tonight. Good evening. We'll call the meeting to order. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Present.
Please, if we can have a little quiet. The meeting has been called to order. You're more than welcome to stay. Madam Clerk, continue the roll call.
Present.
Present.
President, can we all please rise for a moment of silence? I'd like to dedicate that to the 75th anniversary of Pearl Harbor, which will be coming up very shortly on December 7th, then we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone. We'll now move to the second section of the agenda to approve the minutes of the November 10th, 2016 regular school committee meeting. Any questions or comments?
So moved.
Hearing none, there's a motion on the floor by Mr. Roland. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Perez. All those in favor say aye. All those
Aye.
opposed, ayes. The ayes have it. Thank you. Section 3 is items requiring a vote of the school committee. A is to approve Springfield Renaissance School students' travel to AMC Novel View Outdoor Center in Russell, Massachusetts from December 20th through December 22nd, 2016. Superintendent Warwick, please.
Thank you, Mayor. There's a field trip approval form in your package that explains the field trip, and I recommend approval.
Any questions or comments on this? Hearing none, there's a motion, please.
So moved.
Motion by Vice Chair Collins. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Roland. Roll call vote is required. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes.
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 Yes, more than sufficient vote. This matter passes. Thank you very much. B is to approve Springfield Public Schools tobacco use by the students, alcohol use by students, drug abuse by students policy. This is the second vote. Superintendent Warwick, please.
Thank you, Mayor. This has been through our committee one time and was through Barbara's subcommittee. And this is to pull us into compliance language-wise with the current law. I don't know, Barbara.
Ms. Gresham, would you like to speak on this,
Yes,
please?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Superintendent. It went through the subcommittee, and we all, they will bring it to the full committee for a recommended vote.
I want to thank you, Ms. Gresham, and your subcommittee on this important work on this, at times, difficult issue. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, there's a motion on the floor.
So moved, Mayor.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Roland. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Gresham. Roll call vote is required. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes.
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 Yes, more than sufficient vote. This matter passes. Thank you. C is to approve the Springfield Public Schools teaching. Now, this is teaching about alcohol, tobacco, and drug policy. Second vote. Superintendent Warwick, please.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. This is, again, a second vote. It's been through the committee. It was through Barbara's subcommittee. And again, this pulls us into compliance with the law. The curriculum was already developed. All we're doing is voting for the published policy, but I don't know if Barbara
Ms.
wanted to
Gresham?
expand on that.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, again, this went through the subcommittee. We were all in favor of bringing it to the full committee for a vote.
Thank you again, Ms. Gresham, for your committee and the committee's work. Is there any questions or comments?
I have a question.
Yes,
Does
Kenneth.
this imply that the curriculum for certain things would be changed? As I'm pretty sure it was passed that after the 23rd of December that marijuana would be legal. So does that go into the initial curriculum for all schools?
I don't know if the superintendent or Ms. Gresham would like to clarify Kenneth's question.
Right. I don't mean to interrupt. But
No,
I think
Attorney Murphy.
You have to be 21 years old, though.
Okay.
So I don't know if it would really impact
our
student population.
Yeah, and the curriculum we're using was actually approved several years ago, so it wouldn't have any changes to reflect that, but it is 21 years old. So Yeah.
Good question. Thank you very much. Any other questions or comments on this issue? Hearing none, is a motion on the floor?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Gresham, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Perez. Roll call vote is required. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes.
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 Yes, more than sufficient votes, Madam President. Thank you very much. These are informational discussion items. This is the Latino Education Institute, LEI, presentation. Jose, I want to make sure I pronounce it the right way. Sabrera. Okay, it's Sabrera. Thank you very much. Superintendent Warwick?
Yeah, we've been working with the Latino Education Institute. This is an endeavor that Lydia has headed up. I don't know if, Lydia, you want to come up too, but this is a project that's been working with one of our schools and putting some things in place that started at Worcester State University, and I'm going to turn it over to them to tell you about the project. I don't know, Lydia, if you wanted to
Assistant
add something.
Superintendent Martinez?
No, we're very proud. We have Principal Disbert here who has also
Sure.
kind of taken the project to the next level. And we want to say thank you to Mass Mutual, who's one of our funders in this project. So I'll turn it over to Jose and Hilda, and they'll kind of walk us through it.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, good evening, Mayor and
Good evening.
School Committee and Superintendent Warwick. Thank you for allowing us an opportunity to just talk to you a little bit about this program. So the Latino Education Institute started actually as a statewide initiative that was meeting in different cities where there was at least a 10% Latino student population in the school district way back in the 90s. And as a result of that, these groups were getting together to figure out how to support the education of Latino students and families across the state. And then after that, Worcester took a lot of initiative. There was a judge sitting on the committee, Judge Perez, who was really concerned with the number of youth that were coming before his bench. And he connected the initiative to Worcester State University and felt that that was a great way to connect the future outcomes of Latino students and families to an urban university. So that's kind of the roots of the initiative early on back in the 90s, when we were really concerned about what would happen with high-stake assessments in the education of our children. And so it started out with a lot of sessions for parents, navigating the school system, understanding how to do that. And then it evolved. We started to really align with the school department and figure out what districts were really open to working with us, especially where there's a high percentage of Latino students in the district. So the PowerPoint, I'll just briefly go through it just to kind of give you some context. The way that the model works is that we do work in 4 areas of 4 domains. We basically, we understand that for Latino students and many other students, the family is really the heart of where it starts and where to navigate it. So we do put the family at the forefront of the work that we do. So family engagement is huge. So when we work with students, we're all laterally working with families. And we do that through a series of workshops, whether it's navigating the schools. Just 2 nights ago, we had a session at South End Middle School around communications, home and school communication, and the power of that, and just listening sometimes to the messages that your kids have about their aspirations and how to support that. So that's kind of the example of some of the parent engagement work that we do to larger family academies that are more bigger. Then what we try to do is do program designs that really speak to the population that we're serving. So we've really done a great job of aligning with districts around serving EL populations, so English learners. And so what are their needs? What do they need to master? What do they need extra time on? Because they maybe don't have enough time during the school day. So how can we supplement what's not happening during the day in the afternoon and maybe on weekends? And so that's kind of where our success comes from. It's really looking at that need and really designing programs that really speak to that. So we'll talk a little bit about that program design here later. The third is research and policy initiatives. So we're really, the way that we design programs is that we look at data that speaks to the gaps or needs of students. And then we go into a city or a school and we develop a strategy around that. So we do have a lot of programs that are gender-based. because we're seeing that our Latino males are not persisting in college. They're getting in, but they're not finishing. So we start to do that work early in middle schools and then on to really get them to know how to aspire and persist and have a plan. With our young ladies, right now in Worcester, we're doing a lot of work on sexual health because that's an area that we're seeing STIs are high. Maybe teenage pregnancy has plateaued, but there's a lot of other issues that are health concern in the community, so we design programs around that. And again, so the research kind of informs a little bit of the strategies that we use in the programs. And then we understand that to do this work well, we have to align with systems that are large and that are working on this. So we believe that we can't be successful if we're not working with the school department and if we're not working with higher ed. So our model is that we connect the three. We try to connect it with the community college and the state colleges that are in the area because we know that data tells us that that's where most of our students go. And so we really align and think about what resources could we leverage and bring to bear to really make this successful. An example of that we did here was a STEM Academy for a week at STCC, where we had students from many schools here coming together to really get hands-on experiences in STEM. And so these are the ways that we connect, bringing faculty to the classroom sometimes and vice versa. So that's the model. We're really thankful to two schools who both principals have been wonderful, because it does take someone believing in your model to allow you to come in and do work that maybe is a little different. Sometimes we take up space in schools that may be used for some things else, so we really appreciate that. So again, if we look at the value of this model, what we look at it as, it's a pipeline. It's that we start young, we work with the students, we work with the family, we take them through, and we hope that we get them to a career, so that we are there with them at different points of their lives. Sometimes they need us through the whole thing, sometimes they only need us in segments of our model, and sometimes they enter at different places. Sometimes it may be only at a college access program for high school, where they're going into college. But one neat piece of this whole thing is that what we do in our model is that we do hire college students and recent college graduates to be the staff. So we work a lot on training to have the young staff that understand the needs of these kids. They're closer to them, to be the ones that are with them, that have the energy, that can be mentors and also guiding them and facilitating the programs. So it's a value proposition, because we're hiring college students to do our work. We're training them. We're spending a lot of training time on our staff. And that's really, so we're lifting the whole family, and we're trying to always think about hiring the population that we have in front of us so that they see role models in the future. And my last slide, and then I'll pass it on to Jose, it's why Springfield. So I mentioned the fact that when we started out, it was what districts have a large Latino population, and which districts can we really align with. We feel that we bring the cultural lens that can enhance what goes on during the day and after school, whether it's after school. We can sit and really think about what's going on, what's the data speaking to in the school, and how can we sort of align. And so that's what we hope that we can do here and do more of. But Jose will walk you through a little bit of what we have done in the last 2 years here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for this opportunity. I've been working on this for like 2.5 years, so I'm very excited to be able to share a little bit, and I hope you guys appreciate it. Who we serve in Springfield in particular, we last year, the pie chart you have in front of you is for work we did last year. So last year we did after-school programming at South End Middle School, and we did the STEM Academy that Hilda just mentioned, which was a 4-day-long STEM Academy, which included a family luncheon at the end to talk about the importance of STEM in the child's life and how it connects to the world, right? So the global workforce. We also, around that time, found a resource at SCCC and plugged it into another school that was expressing interest in working with us, and they pretty much ran another STEM enrichment program. And then we also did summer school programming, thanks to Cheryl, for bringing us along to help with the ELA and the math support. We brought in community and leadership, our model on community and leadership, and we actually had kids write letters to the mayor, to the Department of Recreation or Parks and the police commissioner. We came in and the mayor met them. Appreciate you.
It was great having
talking to them. Yeah, it was a real highlight. So I appreciate that. But so last year we were able to serve 68 total, and these are just students, right? So we had the parents also. But the majority, as you can see there, were Latino, right? So we're keeping to the mission, yet we don't just serve solely Latinos. We recruit openly. Whoever wants to join, come on board. We're here for you. So on the goals of what we do, like Ela had mentioned, we try to tailor it to what the needs are of that community. So whatever the principal needs for us to do, whatever the families are looking for us to do, whatever the kids need for us to pay attention to, we tailor it to them. So, but we start the first 10 weeks. We usually start around October, the beginning of October. We run a 10-week module on identity, understanding self, understanding your likes, your dislikes. Today we were doing communication style, right? So what's your communication style? You're passive-aggressive, assertive-aggressive. So they get to take an assessment, they get to look at it, they get to explore with like I mentioned, like the SEC's college students, recent college grads, myself, and others. And then so they get to build capacity while they're with us, and then we also try to have fun with them. We also have incorporated in the last couple of years, right? So the second year, we're also doing cultural identity. So this year we're doing drumming and dancing through bomba music. So we're exploring the culture of Puerto Rico, but we're also exploring cultural dances in the context of activism and social movements, right? So like we're doing step dancing, we're doing bomba drumming, dancing, like I mentioned, and we just recently got we're given the opportunity to have a celebration of this and everything they've learned at the Community Music School of Springfield on December 15th. So we're going to be there. They're going to have a presentation. We just finished kind of going over the agenda. We're going to be at it. So I can get the flyers to you guys if you guys want to come out. That'd be awesome.
Schedule.
We also, the second 10 weeks, 10 to 20, really the 10, so from 10 to 20 weeks, so second and third, parts of the program are focused on skills building, but also service learning. So we bring in the Kids Consortium model for service learning, engaging your community, understanding the problems, what you think the problems are. We're not coming to say, hey, these are the problems, go do this and that. It's, all right, so what do you think about your community? We have a really exciting, we do Springfield Jeopardy, right? So we have them learn about they learn about the Armory, they learn about the Falcons, they learn about the different things in the community. So they, in a fun way, right? And then they go and they explore their community, and then they go discuss on what they see as problems and what they see can be there. So potential solutions, and then we get them involved to do community service. So, and service learning. So the difference between community service learning is what we say is that community service is like a one-time deal, but service learning it's an ongoing thing. It's like studying the water, right, and the soil. Right, so you have to keep up with that and how it affects the environment, things like that. So we actually, after the summer program, we got to do a bit of that with Regreen Springfield in the school at the beautification initiative we did right down Main Street in the South End. So that was us just kind of plugging into the community and getting them out there and parents involved and things like that.
That was on a Saturday, by the way, too.
Yep.
So you did a great job.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Another thing that we do is we connect the students to the schools. Like we've taken them to Westfield State University, we've taken them to Worcester State University, we're planning a trip to UMass Amherst, they go to SCCC, they went to a panel on diversity at Elms College. So we do try to get them comfortable with being in those spaces so that they can sort of flow naturally out of the elementary, middle, and high school setting to college. And we also help them understand the process. I heard a young man mention a little bit about getting into college and what it takes to, apply, financial aid, all that kind of stuff. So we do that with them. But one of the key things that we do is that parent piece, because some of the parents are in college themselves, are looking to get into college. So having the STIC partnership and the Worcester State University partnership has been really helpful kind of in that front. So as far as the program structure, I kind of broke it down. And
can I ask you just a quick question. And your partnerships, I know you have Westfield State University's men alumni, and in Worcester State with Barry Maloney, who's a Springfield native. President.
So Worcester State is the where it's based out of, but SCCC is the main Springfield partner.
Right. And again, Barry also was very supportive of us coming here because he could open doors and introduce us to people. But really the model is that you try to connect with the community college and the state university, and with both, because we know that we need to target both. Sometimes we're really the work with parents is as important as with the kids, and helping them also get back to college and understand their role. So that's a parallel kind of thing that we do, where sometimes we have two generations that we're moving ahead at the same time. So that's kind of why we approach STCC first, as the first university that we really want to be anchored in, if we can, in the city, but we're working on it.
Your two-pronged effort with not only the students but the family, that's key, and about 65% of our students are Latino-based, so.
Right, and many of our students end up in the community colleges first, and then they transfer. And so we know that pipeline already from 17 years of experience, so we try to always connect with the community college and then build up and continue the...
Thank you. I'm sorry, Jose. Thank you.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you for the question.
Yeah.
The last slide is on our outcomes that we've seen, right? So up to date, we've served 164 students in the program, right? So since 14, we started in January, ran it till, June, and then we did it again summer, and the STEM Academy plus the enrichment program plus the kids that we're working with now. And then we've served 128 students. Parents. There have been 9 college people that we've hired who are either in college or just came out of college. So it's just important to have an opportunity to right away get into the workforce, after you graduate. And then we're at 2 schools now. So that's a bit of data. But then below on measurable outcomes, one thing that I focused on strongly last year was making sure that the kids understand that this is great to go on trips and have this fun time after school, but you're in school to learn, you're in school to achieve something. And so I try to get them to focus on their attendance and their grades, and get the parents looped in. Whenever we're on a trip, I brought the data on the grades as a cohort, right? We're not going to call anybody out, but as a cohort, just and so that we started seeing turnaround, and kids actually wanting to show us their grades. Look, mister, I improved here. Look, and so that's the kind of relationship that we have with the families and the kids. And so we saw that last year. This is just last year at South Middle School. We saw that the cohort of 31 students that we were able to measure on attendance, 94% of them had an average. They had 94% school attendance rate, which is excellent. I mean, to me, it's a good showing of them being sort of more engaged, right? And so in the summer program, we also had a good turnout of kids, completing the program, and so there's we look at that as a big win for the kids themselves, for the families and the people who are working. I mean, they're teachers. We're only there 6 hours a week, but teachers and everybody, they are really involved in it's the partnership that makes this work. We also saw an increase last year on the number of A's received as a cohort, and also the D's and the F's went down significantly. The D's went down about 48%, and the F's went down about 43% or so. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. I welcome any questions if you have them.
Okay, I'll open it up for questions or comments, please. Ms. Gresham?
Thank you. I think it's a great initiative. But now, when they go to visit the college, do they do it within that 10-week session, or is it done during the summer?
We try to take on a Saturday to do the field trips, because we like to have panels of students. We also like to involve college students as ambassadors to have a connection and talk about college life. So it's not just a campus visit, it's more, and we always, the food and having the parents come along, so it becomes more of a longer day. We do a lot of events at Worcester State where it's like a STEM academy for the day, So then if they come, it's not just a visit, so it's part of a bigger day. And Elms College was a discussion, so it's a little bit more than, so we try not to do it during the class time because it's only 2 hours, and there's not enough time between transportation. And so Saturdays are big for our programs.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mr. Bishop? Also, Mr. Rolland?
Yes, Mayor. Looking through the program, it seems like a real great program, and I see the improvement. Are you going to expand into other schools in the future as well now?
Right, well, I think that this is the presentation. We would love to expand to other schools. In Worcester, we're in 16 schools, and we're working very closely with the English language department. That we've become so there's like 4 agencies where we're really supporting that target area, and that we come in to do, we have a parent model from California, the PK model, where we deliver workshops in those languages simultaneously in schools, and we do a lot of, all the work that we do is always representative of these larger subgroups of English learners. We do research on it, we publish, and then we target it, and it's very connected. So summer camps are really targeted by these agencies, and we work together.
To answer your question, we're working on it. So we started with 1 school, we're at 2 now. Funding is something that we're working on because it's grant funded, because it is after school programming, so we're working with the schools.
Okay, good to know. Thanks.
Kenneth?
So I see that this program is following a really great model, and it's one that I've kind of tried to instill in my school as well, but you know, as a student, I can't really do all these kind of things. I can't go on college tours and whatnot. Now, aside from just me, myself, and the group of people that I work with, there's a bunch of other programs within schools that aren't as successful as you are, but still do try to make that kind of impact. So would it be possible for you guys to try to like make that kind of connection with them and try to fuse together like one big program that helps out? Because that would basically affect the whole district and probably go on to a greater scale after that. And you'd, one, get more funding in that way because it's a bunch of different funds coming in one big place. Yes, there'll be differentiations, but do you believe that you should be able to, that you would desire to do something like this and try to really merge things together so that you can form like one big unified program that goes throughout the whole entire state or global, not global, international?
Yes, so just to answer a little bit of your question in a different way, in Worcester, we have a college access network of 16 programs that we come together, and what we do is share practices and share strategies, and then we come together for like expo days or any kind of large event for college access. We do it together. We share data together, so each program turns over their list of students to the data person at the public schools, and then they tell us, okay, and we're serving so many students in the district, but guess what? We're not really serving this target population of students, and we need that. So then we're able to shift our programs to better serve those students, and it's really powerful because data speaks. And so what we've learned in this network in 3 years is that some of our students are not going to guidance counselors, right? They're not seeing a guidance counselor, and so sometimes they are 2 credits away from graduation and they're not really being proactive. And so we're targeting those kinds of situations with the district. So that's an example of how we're doing that citywide work, which is important.
Just wanted to mention real quick, sorry. We brought information, the annual report for the Worcester LEI, which includes Springfield data, and then also a report that was just published 2 days ago or yesterday about Latino men and their path to post-secondary education in Massachusetts. So that's also what LEI does. They also have a kind of research arm. Here in Springfield, it's a bit different, but I think it's great to be part of that network. And one thing I forgot to mention is I'm also a South End resident. So I'm a resident of the South End, so I'm right in my community working at the school. So it's been enriching for me personally. So
thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
time, and
I
I
don't know if
know.
there's any other questions or
Oh, I'm
comments?
sorry.
Ms. Gregson.
What school are we in? You're serving
South
in
End
now?
and STEM.
So South End Middle School in Duggan. So we started in Duggan this year with 1 day a week, and we're at South End 3 days a week.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions or comments?
And we have done a little bit of work with, I forget one school, with campus visits. Schools have reached out to us in Worcester, and we've opened up for college visits and things like that. So we're very responsive. And also when students from here are applying to Worcester State, I mean, the president is very interested in that we all try to connect with those students and really make sure that they succeed while they're, right now we actually have a young lady that is going to Worcester State but lives here, and we're connecting her to this program to make sure that she becomes a mentor to the students here. So that's we're working on.
Ms. Gresham?
Thank
We'd like
you.
to thank you and thank Assistant Superintendent Lydia Martinez and, of course, our great corporate citizen, Mass Mutual, 165 years of being a great corporate citizen.
Yeah.
So,
Very
thank you.
great.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thanks.
the time.
We'll now move to recognizing STEM Middle Academy for going from level 3 accountability status to numero uno, number 1 performing school. Principal Kevin Lalene's here, and come on down, I have to say, at Thanksgiving dinner, my nephew Christopher just loves going to school there, loves it very, very much there. So, Superintendent Warwick?
Thank you, Mayor. Kevin and his team have just done a tremendous job at STEM Middle School, jumping the school from a level 3 to level 1 accountability status while taking a more rigorous test. I'm taking the PARC test. So an incredible accomplishment. He and his team have done a great job. He's here to tell us about it. But
Yeah, well, I want to first begin by, this only happened because of everybody in the room. From the school committee, the superintendent, the mayor, my teachers who are here. I want to recognize, first I'm going to start ladies first, Ms. Janisi and Ms. Laster, who head up the English department. Fantastic job. Mr. Green and Mr. Miles over there filming this, math department. I want to be brief. Our success is rooted in clear, attainable targets, goals, as well as communication. I think one of our greatest strengths at STEM Middle Academy is our ability to talk to every student every day. Not every building can say that, and I think that builds the confidence that allows our students to take the risk and push themselves. So it's a combination of having the clear goals, and it's a combination of having a staff, a faculty, who come in every day, work very hard, and as I say to them often, 2 things. One, everything matters, and we're all in this together. And I share that not only with the teachers, but with the students on a daily basis. But also what I remind my teachers in the building is, and I'm not sure who says this, I wish I could give credit, but even on our worst day, we're somebody's best chance. And I think that's the attitude you have to bring to the Springfield Public School System every day, day in and day out. So I appreciate all of your support. Again, I think this is the tip of the iceberg as to where Springfield Public Schools is going. I'm proud, I'm happy, this is validation of our work, but thank you all very much, and I guess that's it.
Thank you, Kevin. Any questions or comments for Ms. Perez?
Yes, I just want to say congratulations. Thank you for your great job. My granddaughter is going to your school, and she speaks so highly. She's so happy. I always, interview her, and she couldn't be happier. So you guys are doing a great
Hey,
job.
accountability is a good thing.
Thank you.
And again, with my nephew Christopher, just absolutely loves it.
We're trying to do a brand, and those are the things we want to hear. Like I said, everything matters. We're all in this together. Everybody in this room.
Any other questions or comments?
I was just
Yes, Ms.
Hirsch. So I have heard some of the same sentiments that everyone loves going there and it's so great and you have the best swag next to Central. Next to Central.
Well, I learned.
Yeah, I know you learned. But I think just your enthusiasm says a lot, and so thank you for all the work that you're doing. And I think it's so great that we have a level 1 middle school when we have all this talk about how much our middle schools struggle. It's our hope that there will be others that will soon join your ranks. So thank you for your work.
Thank you, Ms. Hirsch. Any other questions or comments? Okay, hearing none, we'd like to have you all come up because we'd love to shake your hands. We have a certificate, Springfield Public Schools, Springfield School Committee recognizes STEM Middle Academy leaders, teachers, staff, and students. Through their hard work and dedication, STEM Middle Academy has moved from Level 3 accountability status to Level 1 performing school, signed by myself, Mayor Dominic J. Sarno, Superintendent Warwick, and all school committee members. My nephew loves it there. He loves it there. Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. He loves it. Loves it. Loves it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for all you do. Congratulations. No problem. Thank you for all you do. Thank you. Thank you for all you do.
Okay. We will now move to reports of standing committees. A is Student Relations, Parent Concerns. Thank you, Ms. Gresham. B is Buildings and Maintenance Committee. Thank you, Vice Chair Collins. C is Legislative and Contracts Committee. Say again, Legislative and Contracts. Thank you, Mr. Roland. D is Curriculum and Programs Committee. Thank you, Ms. Hurst. E is Budget and Finance Committee. Thank you, Vice Chair Collins. F is Vocational Education Committee.
No report this time.
Thank you, Ms. Perez. G is Technology Committee.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you, Attorney Murphy. H is School Safety Committee.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Ms. Gresham. We'll now move to the report of the Superintendent. Superintendent Warwick, please.
Thank you, Mayor. There are a few items in your packet I'd like to walk through with you. You can see we have a letter from the Massachusetts Department of Elementary and Secondary Education that they've accepted our exit assurance agreement for the Berry School, which exited Level 4. It is now a Level 3 school, so what you have to do is submit to DESE an exit assurance agreement, which they need to accept so that they're confident that you'll stay on that good path forward. So they've accepted that. That's a piece of good news for us. A second piece, and this is a real piece of great news, is announcing on the extension of the PEG grant, which we're part of in a big way in the city of Springfield. It's been a big success. So you can see the announcement nationally in your package. And you can also see what it means to Springfield. It's funding for 2017-18, continuation for next year. And again, we're getting $3.5 million worth of funding on that PEG grant. Head Start's part of it, several of our other preschool private providers. We're doing some of the work at the Early Childhood Center the mayor provided. We've got great partners working with us, but I think we're not only providing more seats, 200 more opportunities at age 3 and 4, but also working really hard with our private providers to continue to improve the quality of the programs so we'll get our return on investment. And we know an investment in early childhood education is so important. So Barb is one of our partners in the endeavor, and so is the YMCA and Square One. But the project has gone very well. We're a model, and we're actually a model for the state. So it's great news that they're continuing to fund it. And I think great for the city of Springfield. So grateful to the mayor and school committee for giving us that building as well to serve as an incubator.
I just wanted to let you know, Superintendent Warwick and the school committee, the other evening at AIC, myself and Commissioner Barbieri and Dee Moss from my office, U.S. Attorney Carmen Ortiz was holding a forum, a conference on diversity issues and people feeling that they're not being targeted. And we had many of a Muslim community there and African American community, and a lot from out of town, from the hill towns and Amherst, Northampton, that way in Greenfield. And they were quite impressed, besides some of the policing, but they were quite impressed and asked us how we were pulling off the pre-K, because they're having a difficult time doing that, pre-K education. They were very impressed because they want to diversify out there, how we're actively recruiting not only in our police department, but with our teachers. And Commissioner Barbieri is going to speak with their police chiefs out there, but they want the active recruitment we do. And many times, geez, we don't hear this about Springfield and the proactive programs. So thanks to the leadership of Superintendent Warwick, and the staff, administration, teachers, school committee, people are saying, you're doing this. We've been trying to do this for years on it. And again, they do not deal with the diversity we do, nor the urban challenges that we do on it. So they were pleasantly surprised on it. It was about a 2 or 2.5 hour meeting. I think we finished up at 8:30 at night. But when you brought that up, Greenfield was a couple of how do you do that? They wanted to know how we were doing this stuff. So that was a great testament to the Team Springfield here. Sorry, Superintendent Warren.
And we're really lucky, I think, in Springfield to have a real partnership and collaboration between the business community, the philanthropic community, and the private providers, really committed to moving this forward together. I think I have a model for the state and the nation. So very, very proud of the work everyone's done. Barb, I don't know.
Yes,
if
I
you-
just want to thank you, Superintendent. I just want to add that we, and on behalf of Head Start, we're very appreciative that we've given these children this opportunity in the community that would not have an opportunity for an early education. So we're very appreciative, Superintendent and the Mayor, and everybody that had a hand in
Thank you, Barb.
getting this for us.
I know we ran into, when we were up at your place, or there was parents and grandparents there that
Yes,
said they were on a waiting list.
Yes.
And now their child or grandchild's in there, so it's...
And I think all the classrooms are full. And they,
Yeah,
they
that's,
are definitely
we have
full.
over
and-
300 students there now
Yes,
in a combination of programs. And what's most exciting, though, the most underserved population is birth to 3.
Yes.
And we have several of the early start model from Head Start serving those students. So that's really unique. And
The
exciting.
diaper crew, when I go over
Yes,
to the place.
indeed. Yes.
Yeah, keep us nurses busy.
It's been a big success. Next piece is School of Commerce, working with Empower Schools and working with Azelle from my office and Dora Robinson also from United Way. We're putting a robust piece for community input into the changes at Commerce, and there's a brochure in there just going over all the events that'll be out there to get public input on what they'd like to see at Commerce High School and what they'd like to see in our high school programming, so we can implement that community vision into the program as we move Commerce forward. Commerce has improved in every area. I think everyone's excited about those improvements, but now it's our opportunity to take it to the next level. And I think this community input piece is a very important part of that, listening to the community and trying to adhere to their vision on how to move Commerce forward. So we have a really robust piece plan with that. And I thank again Azelle and Dora and the folks from Empower Schools and helping us with that. The last piece is a memorandum from me to you about the communication plan for the school drinking water. As you know, DPH is endeavoring to go into every school and test the drinking water at every school in the state. We've been working very close with them. They're going through our schools now. We are very fortunate in Springfield to probably have the best drinking water anywhere in the country. But when you have a system with some old pipes and everything else, we want to check out every water bubbler and come up with a way of ensuring that we don't have any lead in the water for our kids. And if we do, we'll eradicate it right away. We're working very closely with Pat Sullivan on this from facility management, and he's on top of everything. We're going through all the schools, so if we run into any issues, we'll remediate those immediately and also communicate with our parents. So again, Azelle is working with Pat so that our parents will be communicated with. I'm anticipating we run into a few small issues, but I think in most cases our drinking water has been outstanding, and we'll stay on top of it. And Pat Sullivan has just been great on this issue.
We, Superintendent Ward, myself, Pat Sullivan, we've already conversed and met on these situations and be proactive. And again, we have the best, one of the best water systems, not the best in the nation. If one or two things pop up, whether it's, as a superintendent, a bubbler or a pipe, we're going to take care of that immediately. We feel that we're in good shape, but we also want to reassure the parents and staff and students to continue to communicate that with them. We're also hopeful with President-elect Donald Trump. He has indicated an urban cities program, and he's also indicated an infrastructure program, which we would welcome open-hearted here in the city of Springfield. But we feel we're in good shape because of all the, besides the quality water system, all the preventative work that we've done. But if something should arise, we feel, if anything, would be minor, we would correct that immediately. So we wanted to reassure the students, staff, and teachers of that. But we are working with the EPA, everybody that's looking at it. They're looking at it throughout the state and the nation, and we'll go from there.
Thank you, Mayor. That concludes my report.
Is there a time frame where we could expect results?
Yeah, we're getting results. They're coming in almost daily now, so it's going to be very short. So I wanted, my guess is DPH will probably make an announcement. I don't have the results yet, but I wanted you to let know that it's coming. And my expectation is there'll be some reporting in the media. So as soon as we have the results, though, we'll get them to you and we'll bring them to you and explain it. We'll ask Pat to come down. Pat had been doing actually some testing on the water in schools before DPH ever came in. So we're ahead of this one, but we'll make sure we take care of all the issues. And we'll get you information on it.
Thank you, Superintendent Warwick. Any other questions or comments pertaining to Superintendent Warwick's report? Okay, hearing none, we'll move to unfinished business. Say again, unfinished business. Okay, say new business. Say again, new business. Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Mr. Ron. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Perez. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. Good evening, and thank you for watching. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.